Hi everyone, welcome back, and I am going to be doing something inspired by a video that was done by Ceri Griffiths, aka Ceri the Crafter, and that is making my own mark making tools. So I gathered some stuff that I have that I thought I could possibly use to make the tools and stuff like that. So let me grab a few more things off my little cart here. We'll need my cutting blade, my ruler, and I'll grab my pencil. And that's about it. I've already got my my heat gun. I've already got it turned on, so it's all ready to go. And like I said, I gathered some things. I have pieces of corrugated pieces. So yeah. And I've got some of this, and I thought I'd use some of that. I have a file folder, and I've got some of this kind of like chipboard, and different things that I thought I could possibly use to make these. There is one thing that he did make that I definitely want to make for myself. Okay, this one is a little bit thicker, so I'm going to use this one kind of as my base piece. So I think what I'm going to do, I got my tiny attacher from Tim Holtz Ideology tiny attacher, and I think one of the things that he made were fishes. So I think that's what I am going to make, is some fishes. And I'm just trying to see. Grab out my smaller ruler so I can just kind of see where the okay, that's where the inch mark is. So that's a 1/2 inch. So yeah, I think I'll make them a 1/2 inch tall, which I think that'll be a good height. inch. And then I'm going to do one at 3 inch. And then I'm going to make one at 2 inch. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up. And then I think I'm also going to make one at 1 inch. That way I'll have 1, 2, 3 different sizes. But I'm just wondering though, if I, you know what, I think I'm going to make them 1 inch tall. Okay. And I can just cut this with my with my scissors. So I'm just gonna yeah, I don't know. The inch might be too small. We'll see. When I go to form them. But I know okay, so what I'm going to do is just to see I'm just going to cut one of each size for right now just to see how it'll work, just so you guys can see how they're made. So what he did was that he folded it in half. Then he took his staple, just went in a little ways, stapled, then opened these two out, took his pencil, went in, and opened that up. Let me spread these back out again. Oh. Well, there you go. Now you have a fish. So that was the 2-inch. And basically what I'm doing is seeing this plate right here, is I'm sticking it in and lining this part, and that's how far in I'm going. And then I'm trying to get it kind of centered. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's as far as I'm putting the paper in and then stapling it. Open, open. And there you go. Now you have your big fish, medium fish, and I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, this is going to be too small. Yeah, that's going to be way too small. So the 1 inch isn't going to work. So if I wanted, what I could do is I could probably go up to and do do 4 inches, which would give me, because this gives me, what size of fish? See, so that gives me just under an inch. That gives me about, yeah, that gives me an 1.5 inches. So let me go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and pause and cut out and do the rest of these. Okay, so as you can see, I got them made. So now I need to put them on a base. So I thought what I could do, what I'm going to do is I think what I might do is I want something that they could be on that's kind of sturdy enough. So that's what I could use these for as my bases. So now what I want to do is glue these down And I'm going to use my hot glue gun. And I've got to be very, very careful and not burn myself. Don't need you on the side, I need you on here. And the reason why I'm using the hot glue gun is because it dries quickly and it holds. So I'm going to put this one down. Just kind of hold it down for a second. Okay. And take my next one. I'm gonna need another glue stick. Okay, I thought I had moved my glue sticks over here closer. Okay, I'm gonna have to have my glue sticks over here closer to me. I got it moved over so they're right behind me. Oops. Okay. I have kind of rearranged my craft room again, and I'm still tweaking a few things. So okay. So I think I'll put that one right here. And then I'll take another small one. Kind of alternating my sizes. And also kind of not keeping them in a straight line, and kind of alternating. Okay, so I think I'm gonna take big one again. this one right here. And for some reason it doesn't want to hit, that part's not touching the cardboard down beneath. Okay. Come. Okay. Put that one down. And I want to kind of shape it a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now let me go ahead and do this big one. And then once I have these on here and kind of the way I want them, then I'll come in, and once I know it's dry, I'll come in and I'll cut the excess off of here, so then I can be able to okay, and then I think I might put these two here. So I'll do this little one next. Okay. Now for this big one. Yeah, I probably could have been okay to use my art glitter glue or my Fabric-Tac, but since these are going to be used with acrylic paints and be used to be making marks and stuff, and they're going to be being used quite a bit, that's the reason why I chose the hot glue, because I wanted to make sure that they were really glued down and sturdy. Okay. So those are down. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut there. Okay. So press down my glue. And And there we go. Now later on, if I want, I can come in and actually do and cut a little bit more of this off if I want, so that way I'll have a little bit more control and I can see exactly where my design is at. But for now, that way, and I'm going to set it aside so it can finish setting up. But it's pretty well, like I said, using the hot glue gun, it's down. It's not going, they're not going to move unless I really pull on them. So there's my fish. And I have this little tub here that I'm going to keep my mark making tools in. And put my cap back on my knife so I don't end up cutting myself. Okay, so the next thing that I was thinking I want to do is I want to make something that is, let me grab a piece of paper. Let me just grab a piece of copy paper. An idea had came to me, and it's something kind of that was inspired by one of the ones that Ceri had done. And it's a spiral, but I thought I'd come and have a straight piece and then come around and then another spiral on the other end. And of course, everything my drawing's not exact, but that's kind of the idea, is to have double spirals on both ends. Having one where the spiral, where it like spirals in on itself from both ends towards each other. Then there was one where I was thinking where it spirals this way and then spirals like that. And then I thought maybe I can make one that is just a wave. So let's see. Let's see what we can do. So and I think I want the height of these an inch. So this is my very first time ever doing this. Oops. So we will see if it turns out. So what I'm going to do is to make the curve is I'm going to use my pencil to help guide me. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use one of my little clamps here just to hold that spiral for a moment while I do the opposite side. Just so that way it can memorize that spiral. And there we go. Okay, and now I'm just gonna let them kind of uncurl. So that gives me, and actually it kind of looks like eyes or someone looking through binoculars. So okay, so I'm going to take this off. And I am going to go ahead and cut out my base piece here. Get that out of the way. So that way I can use my mat here. Okay. And that'll fit on there perfectly. So now I'm going to take my hot glue gun. Ay, 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 ay. Woo-hoo. Ow, 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 ow. Woo-hoo. Ah, dang it. Oh boy. Ay, that hurt. That was smarts. That's the only thing about using the hot glue gun. You gotta be careful and don't burn yourself. Like I just did. Ow. Oh, that hurt. Okay. So there's that one. And I can see that there's a gap there where it's not wanting to, that it's coming away from the base. Well, what I can do is I can press down and then I can come in with some glue around there. Just giving it a gentle press this way just to make sure that everything is adhered. Okay. So again, there's that one. So we've made 2 so far. So what I want to do now is I want to try the other one. this one, curling the opposite way. And then that will fit perfectly on this piece. See if I can do it without burning myself again. And then in my next video, I will then show some ways of that you can use these, because I don't think I will have time in this video, because I don't want to make this video too long. In this one, I just want to show mainly making the tools, and then the next one I will show using them. Okay, so uh-oh, what's going on with my camera? Okay, I'm gonna pause. Okay, I am back. Don't know what happened. My other phone died on me, so I had to switch phones to use. So hang on, bear with me for a moment while I try to charge it up, but I'm using my other phone, my main phone. So my main phone's camera to finish up this recording. So this is what it looks like. So So let's see what we can make next. So I've got, this is how much I have left of this piece to use as a base. And I want to make kind of a wavy piece. So I thought maybe I might be able to do that using this. Because I want to make like waves, kind of like ocean waves. So something kind of like that, or maybe I'm not sure how I want to, because I want to make where it actually, I know kind of what I want to do. So, but I have to, yeah, and this is pretty thick. Oops. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. So I want to cut these down to 1 inch strips. Let's see. This is 12 inches in length. I don't need them that long. Okay, I'm going to bring out my chomper. Okay. Okay. So first of all, I've got to cut off 1 inch so it will fit into my chomper. Whoop, I just lost my blade. That's the one thing though with this particular thing, that if I don't make sure the part that holds the blade is tight, don't move. Okay. Hey. Let me pause you for a moment. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So, cut this down to 5 inches. Yeah, 5 inches wide. Okay. And then I am going to cut these into, I can just use my blade. And cut these into 1-inch strips. Okay. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 strips. Of 1 inch by 5. So let me see. Yeah, no, but I think though, yeah, see, I can kind of manipulate these. And I think what I'm gonna do is use some of my washi tape. And I think this will be the last one that I will make. And like I said, in the next video, I will show me actually using these that I made in this video. And I will be posting a picture of these mark making tools over in the Makers of Mixed Media and Arts Facebook group. And I will put a link to that Facebook group in my description box below. So if you are interested, you can come over and join that Facebook group. All you have to do is just answer some questions, and Mariah will let you in. But you have to answer the questions. If you don't, she will not let you in. Okay. I just have that kind of taped down a little bit because I'm going to be working directly on this. Just so I can kind of my heat gun turned itself off. I think that it's because of the battery. Yep. No worries. I always have an extra one charged and ready to go. So I can put that one on the charger. Grab the other one. Connect it, and as you can see, the lights came on. So now, and I turn it on, and voila, we are in business. And as you can see, the numbers are going up. That means that it's heating up. And then once it gets up to the temperature that I have set, it will stop. So what I'm going to do while that's heating up is that I'm going to go ahead and shape these and get these into the shape that I want them into. And I am using my fingernail to kind of help me manipulate. As you can see, the number is still going up, but it's so it's still heating up. Yeah, I'm just using my finger to kind of manipulate it and to form and my nail to kind of manipulate it to kind of break up the fibers of it, so that way I can get it to go into the shape I want it. And then once I have kind of a shape that I like, then I will kind of manipulate the others to kind of follow that shape. And it doesn't have to be exact, doesn't have to be anything perfect, but just to kind of have that same kind of shape. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one down. And I can still kind of get it kind of in the spot that I want it, but once it is down, it is down. That's the only thing with the hot glue gun. Once it's down, it's down. But you might be able to still kind of manipulate it a little bit, but not completely. Away, and I'm just going to put just a little bit kind of around the edge here, just so that way Okay. So now that I have that one set, I'm going to put another strip of tape down. Okay. So now for this one, okay. Okay. So this one, okay. So what I'm going to have to do is each consecutive one, I'm going to have to move it back a little bit in order for it to the end. So what I'm going to do is after I put this one down, I am going to pause and finish doing the rest of this, and then I'll come back, show you what this one looks like, and then I will then kind of do a review of all of the ones that I have made. Because this one is going to take a little bit. So I will be right back. Okay, so this is what it looks like now. I did go ahead and I kind of trimmed a little bit extra off of here. But this is how this one looks. So to recap, we made 1, 2, 3, and 4. And like I said, this one I will be cutting some extra off of here and stuff. So, and like I said, in the next video I will be demonstrating the use of them. One thing that I did happen to notice, and with this one, and I'm not sure if I tilt it this way if you could see, but there are some of them that are in some places that they're higher than the other ones, and I think that's because there was a little bit more of the glue, and I just didn't squish them down far enough. But I think they'll be okay, because once I use it and paint builds up on there, I think it'll even out. So that's one thing that you will need to, and that's one thing Ceri did mention that you want to watch out for, is to make sure that all of your pieces are level. And it looks like all of my fishies are level. On this one, this one isn't level, but I think it's because of the way I cut it. But that's okay, because once I get a couple layers of paint built up on here, I think it'll be fine. Excuse me. And I think this one is pretty good as well. So excuse me. So thank you for joining me in this video. I know this video is a little long. I might end up editing a few things out. I know I did have a little bit of technical issue, so I might edit that part out. We'll see how it looks when I go to review the video. So thank you, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys will try to make some of your own. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And as I said, I will be linking Ceri's video down below, the Facebook group for PM Artist Studios Makers Facebook group will be linked down below as well. Okay, bye everyone.